guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about James Gunn's Peacemaker because apparently it's more worse than I thought. And once again, it just proves how people didn't really watch Peacemaker like they said because apparently a lot of the degenerate nonsense that's in Peacemaker season two is in Peacemaker season one, apparently. But people didn't really pay attention, and that's why I was saying a lot of people did not watch it like they claim they did, and that's the truth. But now we're sitting up here dealing with this whole degenerate bisexual orgy where we have this full frontal nude of Peacemaker and a lot of other people, and it's just like what the hell are we doing here? What are we really sitting up here saying that this is something so cute, this is allowed, that we need to have this going on in the DC universe? Because all it proves is how sick James Gunn is as a person, that he talking about, oh, people really wouldn't pay attention, and even though it is the direct sequel to Superman, nobody's going to really pay attention to it. But it's just like, well, you're promoting this as a part of the DC universe that it's important to watch. And children, there are going to be children who have HBO Max who are going to watch this degeneracy. And my thing is, why is this even allowed? And my thing is, people who are trying to sit up here and still trying to convince me that this crap is okay. Like one person was trying to get mad at me for calling it out, talking about, well, you drew Gooner bait. No, it's not Gooner bait, you jackass. It's art, and it's just drawings of people, of females and men who, yes, guess what? Men and women are attractive beings. It happens. Yes, there are drawings of people who are nude or half dressed or whatever, but again, my target audience isn't children. I never stated it was for children. You get what I'm saying? And again, we're talking about drawings. This right here is in a multi-billion dollar studio where they gave James Gunn the keys to the kingdom. And my thing is, y'all always want to keep talking about how terrible Zack Snyder is as a person or whatever, or poor directing. Y'all gave up Superman versus Darkseid for full frontal bisexual orgies and drugged out laced heroes and dick fart jokes over Superman fighting Darkseid and learning the ways of becoming Superman. Like I don't get that. I don't get that. Like Martin Scorsese said, that we have lost the art of cinema because a lot of y'all really sitting up here trying to be like, oh, this is punk rock. No, it's stupid. Just like the music is stupid. Just like the opening is stupid. And then some people were upset about the White Rabbit thing. That's another story for another day. I'm not even about to even get into a rant about White Rabbit right now. Um, but my thing is, this is pathetic. Even Frank Grillo was like, "Oh, I don't know if I really." I was kind of like not really feeling the dance for season two of Peacemaker because it's stupid. It's stupid. Just like David Cornswet when he called out, James Gunn's direction for Superman because it was stupid. When you know things are stupid, call it out. It's okay to say, "Hey, this is stupid. This shit is lame." But to sit up here and agree with this nonsense for it to be degenerate bullshit like this. And again, some people are gonna say it was. A lot of people did say some of this stuff was in season one, but it wasn't as pronounced as it was now. And to do this in the opening, and again, I'm seeing cosplayers, Superman fans, James Gunn wackos saying that this is amazing. Nothing's amazing about this. This is degenerate slop, and it shouldn't be there. And again, this is not me saying that I'm a crude person, but again, this goes against who Peacemaker is as a character. And again, it goes back to the point where, remember, James Gunn was fired for his tweets and for his immaturity because he's always done shit like this before. If I wanted to watch a porno of heroes doing shit, it's called the Corn Hub. All right, I don't need to see this in Marvel and Disney. I really don't. at all. And this isn't me being prudent because if somebody going like, you didn't say you don't have a problem with a sex scene. I don't have a problem with a sex scene. I have a problem with the orgy. I have a problem when it's degenerate nonsense. I have a problem with unnecessary nudity. I have a problem with laced out drugs and a guy with daddy issues. I have a problem with a big swole almost 50-year-old man in his fucking tidy whities gyrating and dancing. That is weird. That is weird, especially in a superhero book. I mean, a movie. This isn't, you know what I'm saying? Y'all always want to try to throw all of this nonsense in here without hearing somebody. This is degenerate slop. And then James Gunn's trying to defend the bullshit is even more crazy. Like, so you're gonna sit up here and really defend what was it? You're gonna sit up here and defend Peacemaker's nonsense. Like it doesn't make any sense. How you gonna try to defend season two? Like, okay, so on the Wild Orgy, which contains shocking scenes with John Cena, which provides proof once again why the series is TV MMA. But I mean, it really shouldn't even happen. So Peacemaker Chris Smith is in a dark place, and he's still haunted by the tragic death of his brother in his youth, and by how he was forced to execute his father by the end of season one, right? Also bothering Chris is his failed attempt at a romantic relationship with former Argus agent Amelia Harcourt, who lost her job after the events of season one. After learning, let me see, after learning Emily had a brief romance delights, which was a mistake, that she wants to move on, Chris returns to his father's home, which now resides, and snorts some hardcore substance that at first seemed to give him hallucination. However, Chris discovers the people who suddenly show up in the flesh are quite real. Suddenly, Chris finds himself fully clothed in the middle of an orgy in his living room where countless men and women are naked and having sex in a scene that punctuates by graphic depiction of male and female full frontal nudity. James Gunn said that there was no pushback from HBO over the scene. Peacemaker creator James Gunn, who writes all the episodes in season two and directs three of them, includes season one, said that in the recent Zoom conversation that the show's home HBO had no qualms about the orgy scene. He said it was really dealing with HBO on it, and they didn't give us any pushback. They just didn't ever mention it, so I guess they're okay with it. It shouldn't come as a huge surprise that HBO didn't raise any concern about the scenes. After all, the cable network and its streaming HBO Max knew the hardcore nature of Peacemaker with the release of season one, which also rated TV MMA mainly because of the graphic violence in the series and its rough language. Okay. And then, but my thing is, this is juvenile. This is juvenile nonsense. And then James also followed up. I think it's important for us in the DCU that we're telling incredible different stories from different groups of people. It should be made very clear to people throughout Peacemaker season two is a continuation for Superman, but this is not for children. This is an adults that I think is important that the DCU tells stories for adults. And while Peacemaker season um takes hardcore turn, it begins to set up the rest of the new DCU Guns Ashore audience that there will be something for everybody going forward. Oh, Lord have mercy. But you're the CEO of a company. You should not be having this degeneracy throughout your company. I don't understand how people can sit here and allow this to happen and then get mad that a lot of people don't agree or like it. Because it's pathetic. It's dumb, it's nasty, and it's quite frankly disgusting on a whole bunch of levels. Really. It's very inappropriate. You're the head of DC Studios, and you said let's do more degenerate stuff. But you did that with Creature Commandos. You did that with the Suicide Squad. You keep constantly doing this same bullshit. The only thing you didn't do that with was Superman, but you knew you couldn't do that bullshit because you know your ass would have got in trouble. And if HBO didn't mention it, that doesn't mean that they don't want it to happen. Sometimes some things you just don't do. You're a grown ass man. You're like what, about 60 something years old, and you're still doing degenerate stuff. That's not how you tell stories. It's laziness. And again, anybody who sit up here and defend that bullshit, shut the fuck up because y'all probably the problem too. You don't sit up here and just do degenerate bullshit and put it on the streaming service just for the hell of it without telling a cohesive story. This needs to be told cohesively, and it's not. It's a terrible ass story. I don't care what none of y'all say. And it's disrespectful to Peacemaker, it's disrespectful to DC, and it's disrespectful to anybody who had any love for the DC brand. And honestly, at this point, I'm so glad Warner Brothers is losing stock in this bullshit. I'm so glad that there are people right now seeing that this is a problem. I am so glad that people have walked away from WB. I'm so glad people are walking away from comics because this same degenerate shit is the reason why a lot of people stop reading comic books as well too, because you let these activist weirdos with their little nasty fucking fetishes up in here, and then y'all sit up here and throw that down there, and then there's always some weirdos outside trying to sit up here and say this is amazing when in truth it's not. It's degenerate nature. If your ass want to be disgusting on your own goddamn time. Just like that's just like me. Yes, we all watch a little corn every once in a while, but you don't hear me sharing what I watch or promoting it or saying that this is amazing. This is what needs to be happening. Never. So why do you think that it's appropriate to do that in the DC universe? Like, this is pathetic. But hey, this is what y'all wanted. This is what y'all wanted. This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. This is some straight up bullshit. Everybody need to get fired at the company. Everybody need to get fired at the company. And the fact that y'all sitting up here trying to make excuses for it or trying to say, oh, it's way better than Zack Snyder. No, the fuck it's not. No, the fuck it's not. Zack Snyder brought prestige and cinema and tried to tell a good, mature story, but you degenerate losers wanted sex fart jokes and emotional manipulation. Well, congratulations, you got it. You got it. So you better buy HBO Max. You better buy everything Peacemaker related, and you better buy everything Superman related. And guess what? You ain't. And you definitely ain't buying the damn comic books. Like, the fuck? Like, this is some bullshit. But it is what it is. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.